congratulating Austin for being May's Member of the Month. Austin, congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Cool. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the people.
Okay.
So what's your occupation, age?
I'm 25 years old.
Okay.
I work for the family business that we design, fabricate, and install closets and organize solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I guess the big thing is I do CrossFit.
Okay.
And prepping to do a marathon.
Yeah. And so, like, where are you from? Usual class time? All those fun things.
I'm from Advance, North Carolina originally.
Okay.
And my usual class time is 5:30 to 6:30.
Awesome. Cool. And then how long have you been doing CrossFit? I think you said like a little over a year and a half.
I hope you knew.
Well, I was going based off of your answer. We can get technical. I can figure it out. No, but around a year and a half probably. And then what's your like fitness story? So how'd you get into fitness?
I started doing fitness midway through college. A friend of mine's, Sam, he really wanted me to work out with him, and I was like, nope. I didn't want to go to the NC State gym because that's where the football players and the baseball players all work out.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, fine, let's make a bet. If you lose, then you have to come work out with me. I lost, and ever since then I've been working out, maybe not regularly, but been working out ever since.
Okay, cool. So I know you said like unfortunately that you fortunately lost.
Yeah, unfortunately, fortunately.
Like you didn't want to in the time, but now you see that it actually turned out to be pretty good. What was the bet?
I wish I remember. It was probably something stupid.
Uh-huh.
It was in college. So
you have no recollection? But you said that was like 5 years ago, and then you've been kind of working on and off for about 5 years, working out on and off for about 5 years.
Yes.
Okay, cool, man. And then how'd your parents, or I guess your dad, swindle you into coming into the gym? Because he started the whole thing.
Yes. He loved working here at CrossFit, and I think that he just wanted more of the family to come in because he's enjoying it. And I was on the fence originally, and I think the big factor was I don't know what CrossFit is. And then the second thing is I've got this plan that kind of works, so I'm good. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
But then I think one of the big things was, and I showed you this plan when we originally started, it's just something I wasn't doing regularly enough. It wasn't something I was keeping at a good, consistent pace. So CrossFit has really helped me with keeping consistent in my fitness.
Yeah. Cool, man. And then how's that been working out with your family? An experience?
It's been they're gonna watch this, right?
Yeah, probably.
It's been great.
Fantastic. Everybody should be doing it.
Yeah.
No, but I mean that's an interesting dynamic you got. I mean, working with your family, working out with your family. So I mean that's cool that y'all are able to do all those things together.
I think overall it's fantastic. It keeps family bonding, very tight family bonding. You have the occasional days where you may not be in sync with your parents, or if I feel like I'm going to do some heavier weight, mom's going to be like, well, no, you shouldn't, because you got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, she's like, I'm thinking about tomorrow. Yeah. We got a huge job. You can't be doing that. Cool, man. And then, so how long have you been working in the family business?
I would say almost since the creation of it, give or take like 6 months.
Okay.
That's when I started when I was in Wake Tech, is when it kind of really was pacing. So I would occasionally come and help them, and then it got more at NC State and then full-time after.
Okay. Cool.
So I think my answer to that is 6-7 years, I would say.
Was it your idea to start it, or like was it?
Oh,
like
no.
Your dad's the whole way?
It's my father's idea completely.
Okay. And you're just tagging along for fun? Like, did it actually like interest you, or you were just trying to help out to start off with, or?
What I love the most about it is working with my hands. It's going in and actually creating something from scratch is what I really love the most about it.
Yeah. And then being able to see it from like start to completion.
Yes.
See it the whole way and everything like that. Cool, dude. Awesome. And then so what are your hobbies outside of work and CrossFit?
Right now, I would say a hobby is I will play video games with my brother.
Okay.
I think another thing I'm doing as I'm training for a marathon. Don't know if that's a hobby, but I would count that.
Maybe
in
now
there
a full-time job.
Full-time.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. I guess you want to talk about the backpacks,
Yeah.
right?
Well, so I sent you like a little questionnaire thing to kind of get some interesting questions out of you and stuff like that. And you talked about how you had a interesting
Unhealthy obsession with backpacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how you worded it.
Yes, unhealthy. Yeah, I worded it. Maybe people can agree with it.
So what got you into like backpacks and everything?
Midway through college, I got obsessed with the idea of just traveling with one backpack. I was like, oh, what's the best one? And then it got me down a rabbit hole of, oh, what's this? What's that? What's the literage? You know, how much volume do you want to carry around? How much should you carry? What's the fabric that backpack should be made out of?
And so you're sure you want to do closets and not go into making backpacks or something
No,
like that?
I couldn't do fabric. I can't do that. That's too much work.
Okay. That's like so interesting. Like, so did you ever actually like use that information that you got?
Yes.
Okay.
I did it for one trip. I took a backpack that I do not have anymore that cost a good amount of money to a trip that I went to the UK and France with one of my friends.
Okay. So how long did you study this for, or like
Study
learn?
this backpack thing?
Or
It's
like-
ongoing still.
It's
Yeah,
continuing.
ongoing, yeah.
So have you found like even better backpack?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to say the amount of backpacks I have and how much I've spent.
So yeah, if you had a rough guesstimate, how many backpacks do you think you've owned in your lifetime so far?
I would say I think I've owned 7 or 8.
Oh, okay. I was expecting some really absurd
no,
number
no.
where you're
It's
like
the-
500.
Well, I mean, because the backpacks are not cheap. They're
Uh-huh.
not like North Face backpacks. They're like $300 to $400 type backpacks.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
would I own more? Yes, but it costs too much.
so do you only own one right now, just because that's the best backpack that you found?
I
or-
own 4 right now,
Okay.
and part of it because 3 of them are like collector's items.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So are these like limited edition backpacks or something
Yes,
like that?
you can't buy anymore.
So this is kind of like those people with like sneakers or whatever
Yes.
that they buy and resell. So are you doing the same thing but with backpacks, pretty much?
No, I'm hoarding them. I'm
You're hoarding-
keeping them. These ones I'm keeping.
You're not letting them go out
No,
of your,
I'm
out of
not,
your
no.
grasp. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, at least that's like at least useful. You can use them unless the collector's items you're not even touching.
No, I do. I think that's the worst thing is I collect these expensive backpacks and I will use these
them.
backpacks and then they're worth nothing afterwards.
You can't even get your reinvestment or whatever.
You know, that's buying a collector's car and you're like, I'm just going to drive it constantly now for
Yeah,
everything.
just wear it all out
Yeah.
and push it into the ground. Jeez. Well, interesting. And also something that people didn't know is that you had a brother, which
Yes.
I knew that you had a brother the entire time because I talked to your
Yeah.
dad and everything like that. But then apparently, like all the coaches, they were like, I think from the Open, you brought your brother to the Open.
And the last one.
Yeah. So you brought your brother to the Open announcement, and then they were all, when we were talking about like questions I asked you, they were all like, we had no idea that you had a brother. I'm like, what? I'm
Oh,
like,
from this, they said
yeah. So because we were talking about questions.
there is an additional family member that does not come to CrossFit. And we have tried to sell him on this. He does not want to come.
And he's younger, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is right now 19.
Okay.
And like I said, we've tried so hard. And he's like, no. So he's at that phase where he's like, my way is the best way right now.
Yeah, but the coaches were like, is he actually like real? Like, is your
Is
brother
he
real? Because they were, or I like they had heard about him or whatever, and then he came to the Open thing, and then they're like, holy crap, he's legit. Yeah. And so I thought that was really funny. But with the marathon, like what got you into wanting to do a marathon? Like, have you ever done a half before or a 10K? I mean, you've done a 5K before, right?
No, I was
No.
sick for that. Yeah, I was supposed to go to the Raleigh Oak last year,
Uh-huh.
and I got really, really sick that I couldn't do the 5K. What really I wanted to do the marathon really drive me were a couple things. The Open got me excited for some competitions,
Yeah.
and I wanted to try something out of my comfort zone. And Nina is partially an inspiration to this as well because she did an Ironman, and I was like, okay, she can do an Ironman. I think I can try to do a marathon.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have any training.
Yeah. Even
haven't
though I've
run
never
much.
ran a 5K.
Yeah.
Just go. You just Just go.
I can say this right now from my training. I've run a couple of 5Ks now.
Well, yeah, you better be, because it's coming up, and then you gotta get the road pounding, right? You just gotta build up the endurance, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. Jeez. And so, like, how's that training been going?
Good and bad. It depends on how you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's those long runs that are awful for me.
Uh-huh.
But now I got a physical therapist now. I mean, I'm really, really putting a lot of effort and time into this now.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest key for it, is just putting more time into it.
And then how are you balancing that with coming into the CrossFit gym and stuff, right? You coming in here, running long distance, how's that going?
Good and bad depending on my performance for the CrossFit. This week, Monday was awful for me. Monday and Tuesday, I was tired because I do these runs. I wake up at 4:30 and I run at 5.
Okay.
And then 5 after a long day of work, 5:30 is when I come in to do CrossFit. So some days I have no energy, but for the most part, I think I've settled down. I think I'm getting to where everything seems manageable.
Okay. Cool. And then what, you just mainly doing like the long runs and stuff just to build up that I can't even
endurance, stamina.
Yeah, it's like it's not even the endurance, it's more like just the pounding on the pavement. You're just getting your body used to that.
I guess a pain tolerance. That's a big thing.
Yeah, there you go. I just keep thinking of David Goggins, because you're essentially doing what the heck he did, except you're actually training for the thing. Because didn't he do, like, he did no training at all, and I think he just...
Yeah, and he ran that 100-mile thing.
Yeah, he went into like that ultra marathon or whatever, right? At least you're training for the thing, and you're doing a little bit better than he did. Hopefully you don't end up... But he broke both his feet or something like that, the bones in his feet or something.
I think that was for his Navy SEAL stuff, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I just remember that as one thing. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you.
I will say the one good thing, though, is I am grateful that I dived into it. Not dramatically, but in a way that I'm like, okay, I have to do something. I think, if I kept thinking about it, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. But it's cool, though. I mean, it's cool how the Open sparks you into doing other physical activities, right? Whether it is a marathon, 5K, 10K, whatever it is, challenging yourself, having that goal that you're shooting for.
And also, I didn't think the Open was going to do that. This was my first Open, and the day that we came in, I was like, I don't know if I want to do even the 3 of these. But then, we get into it, and I'm like, okay, no, actually, I like this. I do like this a lot more.
It's actually kind of fun. Yeah. I mean, and then that was another thing that we've talked about, is like, it's cool how I think we had to really convince you to do it, and then you like took it and ran with it, literally, right?
Yes.
but like you were so hesitant to do it initially, and then you kind of really grew to love it as the 3 weeks went on and stuff, which is cool. And then that also has sparked on to the workout that we're planning for you, or in honor of you, or whatever you want to call it.
We'll see how much honor that is.
Well, I don't think anybody's gonna like you after they see the workout that you've made. So we'll look out for that, people. It'll be coming your way soon. But yeah, that's cool, dude. Awesome.
I will say, adding on to what you were talking about this CrossFit gym, Triangle CrossFit, I think the one big thing about it that I really like is the whole, I would say, family. This is like a second family to me. They encourage you to do things that you're not comfortable with or you don't want to do. And I think that encouragement is really helpful.
Yeah.
All the coaches and everyone just in the whole class just encourage you to do more and try to be better for yourself. And I think that was a huge thing. And I don't think if I had that, I would have just come up and done the Open.
And it's like a healthy encouragement. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you to go do something that you're incapable of doing, but it's like, hey, dude, I know you can do that. You just need to try a little harder, push yourself a little bit more, and then you'll be amazed. That's awesome, dude. And so before you joined the TCI family, what was your biggest challenge?
Consistency. I think that was the biggest thing. Doing it by yourself alone, unless you have that, I guess, mental fortitude, I guess you could call it. If you don't have that originally from the get-go, it's just going to be very, very hard to keep consistent. And also, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I've had no coaching or no training. I'm just guessing based on what I got from the internet of some idea of a plan that may work.
It's like, this has been said to work on Reddit or something like that, so I'll try it.
Well, Chris Hemsworth did it, so I mean, it must work somehow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And then what changed after, how did that challenge make you feel? How, like, that mental fortitude, lack of consistency, how that stuff make you feel?
it feels great now. Before, when I'm trying to build up to it, I mean, it was hesitancy. I did feel like for the first maybe half of CrossFit, I was like, I'm just in here, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. And then something in my brain said, you know what, let's just push, let's just try to just get more uncomfortable with it. You know, let's not stay at was it FX is the lowest one?
LX is the lowest one. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's
Working
not
your way
stay down there. Let's try to get up further. Let's try to progress this in some way.
Yeah. There you go, dude. Then what changed after joining the TCF family?
I think my shyness is one of the big factors because I did not want to talk to people. I had such a big issue with like even communicating with other people in the class or the coaches, and I think this did bring out or open me up to communicating more with people.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the big factors, and of course the mental fortitude and all that we decided.
Yeah, so like it kind of brought you out of your shell, and then allowed you to be more consistent, allow you to challenge yourself in even crazier ways, doing marathons and stuff, which is cool, man. That's awesome. And then, what other positive impacts have you seen?
Health. I mean, I feel healthier. I feel like I just want to do better for myself. I feel like I could do more than what I did before. I think those are all big factors.
Yeah. I mean, and then it's crazy to see how just coming into a gym and working out can bleed into so much other things and aspects of your life that don't even have anything to do with fitness or anything like that. That's awesome, dude. And then what would you say to anybody on the fence about joining?
I would say if you're on the fence, I can only assume based on how I feel about it. You're like me and you're like, I don't know, maybe not. I would say try it just for a change, because that seems like to me what I want. I wanted a change. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad for you, but I would say it can't hurt. Trying something new, and maybe it's not for you. Maybe it is for you. Who knows? But it will open doors to things that you didn't think you were going to do, like a marathon, like other things and on top of that.
Yeah. Go out there and take that leap of faith or whatever, right? Give it a shot. What is it? You miss all the shots that you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Hopefully somebody else gets that reference. And then anything else that you want to add?
Yes. When I was younger, I was very much overweight. Doctors didn't know what it was. From my mother's recollection of it, it's that they said, you're going through pre-puberty, you can't do much. I mean, I wasn't eating a lot. I mean, I wasn't eating healthy, but I was eating the same amount as any normal kid would, and I just gained rapidly the amount of weight. And it stayed with me from middle school to the beginning of high school. And I think I just want to point that out in the sense that, everyone has their challenges. Everyone has their issues. Sometimes you got to move forward. Sometimes you can't think too hard about it, and you got to progress.
Yeah, you just kind of go out there and give it all you got.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. And I mean, it's crazy to see how, what that maybe set you up for later in life, right? I mean, going through those challenges, I mean, in that moment in time was probably terrible.
Yeah.
Right? But then now you can look back, learn from it, and then that can set you up for success later on in life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. So, Austin, thank you again or congratulations again for being May's Member of the Month, and thank you for taking the time to do this awesome interview. Let the people know about you.
In what way?
No.
I'm Austin.
No. I said thank you. Thank you for doing the interview
okay.
and everything like that, so they can learn more about you and stuff. So,
right.
awesome, dude.
All right.